Hello friends, welcome to AWS Tech Talk YouTube channel. In this episode, we will talk about general purpose instance. So, what are instance type? First, basically, Amazon EC2 they have come up with a wide selection of instance type based on our based on various combination of CPU, memory, storage, and networking capacity. Basically, in earlier days, when we intend to buy a laptop or a computer, we generally think of a processor, right? What will be my processor size and what will be memory I'm looking for, and what will be the storage, rather hard disks, right? So based on these all major things, we just decide and buy a computer or laptop. So here Amazon EC2 they have provided various combinations of instance type, right? So we can choose those instance type based on our requirement, right? So let's see how many instance type we have in Amazon. So we have under EC2 they have there are 7 instance type: general purpose, compute optimized, memory optimized, accelerator computing, storage optimized, instant features, measuring instance performance. So we will try to cover one by one. So in this episode, we'll be covering general purpose, and later on we will cover compute optimized, memory optimized, and the other ones. So what I'll do, I'll create separate videos for the other ones. So in this for today's episode, we will just try to see what is general purpose, right? So general purpose, as the name suggests, this particular instance type category would be ideal for my general purpose task. So what could be my general purpose task? I may go for a dev server, right? Development server. So this general purpose instance would be good enough. Testing server, or I may require a server for my code repository, right? Or a web server. So all these for all these requirements, general purpose instance is good enough, right? And then also, if I want to rather basically it provides a balance of compute, memory, and networking resources. What I mean by balance is that you will be getting average capacity of all your vCPUs, memory, and networking under general purpose instance. So basically there are 3 series under general purpose: A, M, T. So you need to remember this series name, because don't go with this M or A or T, right? Because if I go back to my previous slide, there is a memory optimized. So please don't relate with M with memory optimized. So it doesn't work like that. So you need to remember AMT. So whenever the any series start with AMT, so that relates to general purpose instance. Under A they have A1, M they have a couple of M6 to M4, and under T they have T2, T3, T3A, T4G. So T2 is basically a free tier eligible instance. You must have seen in all the demos wherein whenever we try to create an instance, rather a Windows or Linux, we choose a free tier, right? Under free tier we choose T2 micro. So that is another general purpose instance. So let's see sizes. If we talk about, they come with 4 sizes. So what are those? Nano, small, medium, and large, right? So but there is certain difference wherein A series has medium and large size only, M series comes with large size only, and T series have nano, small, medium, and large, right? So these are the small difference. And let's see the other differences we have between A, M, and T, right? So let me go back to next slide. So what is A series? A1 instances are ideally suited for scale out workloads, right? So basically any server where the traffic is getting increased and reduced, right, on timely basis. So these A1 instances are very well suited for web servers, containerized microservices, caching fleets, distributed data stores, right? So I've just covered a very brief about A series instance. If you want to uh, you know uh, read in detail, please go through to the Amazon documentation. The link I'll provide in this particular video as well, video description, right? So T2 T3 series, T2 T3 series, basically these instances provide a baseline level of CPU performance, right, with the ability to burst to a higher level, right? So when there is a sudden workload, so these T2 T3 instance are uh, good for our website, web application, code repositories, development, build, if you want to create a dev server, a test server, or if you want to have a server with microservices. So these T2 T3 series instances are good enough. Basically, just for testing purpose, if you want to learn anything in Amazon Web Services, go for T2, and that is the reason they have given under free tier, right? So they start with one CPU, and then till 16 virtual CPUs. This T2 T3 is instance, right? So we will just see that one as detail in detail as well. uh, M5 M5 series, they have M5a series, right? So these are very ideal for cloud infrastructure. They offer a very balance of compute, memory, and networking resources, right? For small and mid-size databases, if you want to create a database server, a small mid-size, uh, M5 and M5a series are good for those type of tasks, right? Data processing, caching fleets, backend servers for SAP, Microsoft SharePoint, cluster computing, and other enterprise applications. Basically, these M5 also comes with a M5 metal, that is bare metal instances. Now, bare metal is basically bare metal. Generally, on top of hardware, there is no OS installed. So generally, you get direct access of physical resources of your host server, right? Such as processor and memory. Generally, we have in virtualization, we generally install some type of hypervisor, and then we go for the virtual machines, right? So bare metal, they are basically type 1. On your hardware, on physical hardware, uh, type 1 hypervisor gets installed. So these are the basically bare metal instances. And M5 comes with this, they start with 2 virtual CPUs till 96 virtual CPUs, and memory 8 GB to 384 gigabyte memory. Look at the virtual CPUs, right? So it comes with 96 virtual CPUs. So please remember one thing, right? Whenever you want to choose this height and instances, right? So please look for the pricing also, right? So always good to look for pricing, and not only please choose those instances. Otherwise, you may choose, and then right, if you forgot to terminate or stop those instances, you will be get charged for that. Next is M5 series. Suppose very ideal for that, a single thread performance, wherein gaming, high performance computing, simulation modeling. So these series of instance is very ideal. M5 they come with the 2 virtual CPUs till 48 virtual CPUs, and memory 8 gigabyte to 120 gigabyte of memory, right? And the third one is M6G and M6GD series. So this another one which comes with AWS Graviton 2 processor, and they deliver balanced compute, memory, and networking for a broad range of general purpose workload, and very well suited for application server, microservices, gaming services server. So the if I go back, the my M5 is also for gaming, but see M6G, M5Z. So if you see the difference comes with the like virtual CPUs. Now let me go back to my previous slide. So how many virtual CPUs I have for M5Z? 48, right? Now M6G, we have 192 virtual CPUs. So if you want to create a very high-end gaming server with more number of CPUs, which is not present in M5, we'll go for M6G, right? Also the memory size. So M5Z, if you see, it is 192 gigabyte. Here we have 768 gigabyte of memory, right? So the main difference between all these series are your virtual CPUs and memory, right? So based on your requirement, we generally based on rather our requirement, we choose those series of instances, right? And processor list, if I see, we have processors for M6, M6G, T4, AVS Graviton, right? AMD processors. So I have given a list of general purpose processor list, right? So let me just go back to my Amazon console real quick, and then I want to show you something here, right? So let me open my browser, and I just want to show you one thing about this instance type. So when I let me log Amazon console, right? And then sign into console. Next, password. I just want to show you the difference in my like in web console. When we try to create an instance, we you will see those differences clearly. So my idea is to show you that. What I'll do, I'll just try to create an instance, and then I'll show you where those differences we see when we try to create a instance. So I'm into launch instance, right? Launch instance, right? So if I come down, instance type, right? So this particular image I have already covered in my PPT, right? So here, now if I click here, so T2, so a T2 T series start with one CPU till the maximum will be T2 large, 2 CPU, X large, right? So it comes with 1 to 8 virtual CPUs, T series, right? Similarly, now if I want to check for M series, so M series, if you see, suppose M5, right? So M5, it has start with the M5 large with 2 CPUs and 8 gigabyte memory, and see the price. So if you see the price, 0.096 USD. So this price gets varied as per reason, right? So my point was basically, whenever you want to choose this instances, please look for this pricing model, and then after that only go for those instances, because more heavy instance you have, you the price is more and you will be charged more for that, right? So let us go back to our slide again, and we'll just close it, this one. So if you see instance type, right? So these are the basically example I've taken. So here you will see all those instance type. Under general purpose, we have AMT, right? So 3 series in general purpose AMT, also nano, small, medium, large, and then we have like all these, the main difference, again I'll repeat, virtual CPUs and memory, right? So yeah, that's it for general purpose instance. Now if at all, right, you find that this information is useful, please subscribe to my channel, and watch out this space for more videos. Rather, I'll be creating more videos for the other instance type, right? So there were 7. So I'll try to cover all these instances in coming days. Yeah, thank you.